everyone, my name is Filipa and today I have a new YouTube video for you. I'm going to talk to you about mono green food in Standard. This deck is not new, but I think it's very well positioned right now in the meta. So the idea of the deck is to use the food mechanic to generate advantage. It can be card advantage, mana advantage, or board adventures with more creature entering. And how do you do that? Well, you have to start with one of the key cards, Gilded Goose. For 1 mana, Gilded Goose, when enters the battlefield, produces a food token, which is very important later on in the game, as you're going to see. You can tap Gilded Goose, and you can sack a food to create 1 mana of any color. This can fix your mana, it can ramp you up. In this case, this deck is monocolor, so usually it's more to ramp you up. And also, you can pay 2 manas, 1 in color and 1 green, tap the Gilded Goose to generate a food token that you're going to need many of, as you can see in this deck. Then we have a key card as well, it's called Trail of Crumbs. So Trail of Crumbs is kind of what generates you a lot of card advantage. For 2 manas, 1 colorless and 1 green, you generate a food token when it enters the battlefield. Every time that you sack a food token, and as you can see for Gilded Goose, you don't have to really pay the mana to gain life. You can just sack it to give mana. You can pay 1 mana of any color, so free with Gilded Goose, right? You can sack the food to give you mana and use the mana to activate Trail of Crumbs, pay that cost, and what you do is you look at the top 2 cards of your library and you choose 1 permanent card to your hand. That can be a land, a creature, or even another Trail of Crumbs. Then you have cards that combo very well with food, namely you have Wicked Wolf, it's a 4 mana 3/3, when he enters the battlefield fights another creature. There is very good right now, especially against so many rules. It can do some work, but it gets better because you can sack a food token, turn the Wicked Wolf, and give it +1/+1 and give it indestructible. You can do it by blocking a creature, you can do it when you fight, you can do it anytime. You can even attack and then activate the ability. Feasting Troll King. It's your big guy that is going to fight for you. It's a 6 mana 7/6, Vigilance and Trample. You keep recursing the Feasting Troll King, and then he has some cool interactions with Trail of Crumbs that we can see when you start playing the deck. To complement, we have another big creature, which is Kogla. Kogla is a 6 mana 7/6, and when enters the battlefield, fights another creature. You can also, when Kogla attacks, destroy target enchantment or artifact, which right now it's very important because you have Embercleave, you have Shark Typhoon, you have Great Ange, so it's a great creature right now. Then you have the Great Ange, generates you card advantage, gain you life, and puts a lot of creatures in the battlefield. You also have Vivian to create more card advantage, Questing Beast, Lovestruck Beast to get the Ange very soon, and some Scavenging Ooze and Tangled, which can be mana and also a mana dork. Same with the Kazandu. Kazandu can be a land, but can also be a spell. Passing to lands, we have 4 castles. Castles are great because you can turn 5 cast Kogla or Feasting Troll. You have forests, and then you have Bonder's Enclave. With so many big creatures, Bonder's Enclave is great because for 3 mana, and you can tap these later on and draw a card. You can only activate these if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Let's pass to sideboard. In my sideboard, I decided to get 3 Chainweb Arcanists, especially against rogues. Then you have 2 Runafools, again good against rogues and also good against decks that play Dream Trawler, because Dream Trawler is very hard to deal with. Then 3 Ramattrus, as we see a lot of creatures going on. Ramatru is great because it doesn't even fight, it just deals damage equal, which is great with Questing Beast because it kills everything. Then you have 2 Scavenging Ooze, especially against Rakdos decks that play Kroxa, 2 Wields to kill Embercleaves, to kill Doomfortoads, to kill even Anges, so very good right now. 2 Questing Beasts, once again. Questing Beast rates against more control slow decks, and 1 Ugin that can get rid of the board. Very good with decks that are playing a lot of enchantments right now, and Ugin can just swipe in and clear everything out. Also great in the mirror because in the mirror, you fight a lot for the board, so if you can wipe the board and use it in your advantage, is pretty good. So right now, this is the deck that I'm running. Of course, the deck can have some changes. And let's play a couple of games with it, see where we can go. Okay, so as you can see, we are starting number 488 on the ladder, which is pretty good. Okay, here I can keep And I'll tell you why. We have a good mana ratio. We can do Love Struck Beast on 3 and Eng or 4, ideally, if our opponent doesn't interact. So I think this is pretty good. We start with the 1/1 from the Love Struck Beast. Okay, now let's see what's the matchup, because the way that you play is going to vary depending on a matchup. Okay, so this is probably Big Red, which is a deck that gets Ugin fast. That deck isn't great for us, I'm not going to lie, but it's not unbeatable. Usually the idea is that they play, okay, another colorless, okay. I'm not seeing what our opponent is doing, but probably is good because they are pretty high on the ladder. Okay. Okay. So definitely this is a Nugin deck. That makes sense, but now we can cast our Eng and use the Scuz. So even if they are mad, so even if they get Ugin, they cannot remove Eng because it's 9 mana, so it's always great to have an Eng in hand. Probably very difficult for them to deal. Next turn I have my Feasting Troll as well, because of the castle as I told you, and I have 2 spare mana. So we can go places with this hand, I think. Okay. Questing Beast also a good option, but I think here I'm going with the Feasting Troll. And I'm going to attack with the Scavenging Ooze. Questing Beast is always a good surprise if they run Ugin. Okay, here they are choosing to scry before the turn, it makes sense. They still cannot cast Ugin. Okay. Extinction Event is a pretty good one. What I'm going to do here is going to kill the Bloodstreak, just exile it from the grave to use our mana. And Troll and Scavenging Ooze are gone. Okay, Trail of Crumbs. Let's do Questing Beast here. Let's go to attacks. They're already at 12, so... Okay, once again they are choosing to scry, which makes total sense. They need an answer for my board. I think they skipped a land drop, so that's also very bad for them in this matchup. But we are not complaining. Okay. Okay, they found a land. It's a Bounder's Enclave. So they have big creatures, otherwise they wouldn't play this, I think. Or maybe they just want to play it because they can, right? Let me start by trying to attack with my Questing Beast. I think they are going to use the unknown stuff. Not the unknown, the Labyrinth Scopus. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, we are getting a lot of lands, but we'll still have the Trail of Crumbs ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only have 6 mana, so they cannot cast Ugin right now. Okay, and the Maze Mine Tomb is gone. They put a card on top. Okay, it's a swamp. So this is mono black Ugin maybe. They played the Blood Thief and they played the Extinction event. They have 7 mana, so not enough for Ugin quite yet. Okay, so next turn we have to be careful that they can Ugin. They still have 3 mana available. And another Maze Mind Tomb. Okay. Let's see what they block. Okay. So they are going to draw a card. We can always use the ability of the Wicked Wolf to start drawing cards if we need to. Okay, Gilded Goose is pretty good. Even if they Ugin, we have to realize that another Questing Beast is lethal. So I'm just going to do this and keep the rest of the mana for Trail. In case they Ugin. Trying to find okay, another Questing Beast to finish them, because that's lethal. Okay, so here it is, the Ugin. We knew that it would come, so I think here they have to -4, right? Okay, so in response, I'm going to start using 4 of the foods to draw cards. So let's see if I can find a Questing Beast to finish them up. We only have 2, but... Oops. Okay. We have 1 more draw. Okay, we have another Trail of Crumbs. And let them resolve. Everything goes except my Eng and my food. Okay, so we still didn't find... Okay. Oh, Vivian is a pretty good one as well. Okay. They now need a way to deal with my Feasting Troll. Even if they -2, it doesn't get rid of everything. We still have 1 more Trail of Crumbs. When we get a Feasting Troll out of the grave, we can activate Trail of Crumbs. Against Ugin's decks, that's really the thing. Whether you have the Eng or you don't, because they have very much troubles dealing with Eng. Okay, so that's pretty expectable. So how do they deal with the Feasting Troll? That's the question. They need to exile it. Especially it has Trample, so... Okay, they're thinking if they have something against me here. Okay, they gained a lot of life. Okay. Okay. But now what we can do, we can start with Trail of Crumbs. And we can draw 3 cards. Actually 4 with the Eng. Okay, let me see if I find Questing Beast, because Questing Beast is basically kills Ugin. Okay, we got a Questing Beast. Need to be careful not to deck out. Yes, that's a problem, I know. Okay, going to attack phase, kill the Ugin. I think maybe they have others, but... Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to discard the Feasting Troll so I can return that to my hand, right? So let's discard a card. And next turn we play it again. Draw more cards. Okay, so they're back at 11. Okay, so they need Ugin again. They probably have it. They probably run 4. Okay, they -4. Or 6. They need to -6, right? Okay. Kogla is a great card. I'm going to decline because I don't need to draw more cards right now. No, I don't even have the trail. Okay, forget it. Okay, and I can put one more thread. Okay, we need to discard a card. Let's discard a forest here. So here they need another Ugin or extinction event. Okay. Fine. I don't know what they're doing. They can use the mana to get things out of the combat. Okay, 3 mana. 4 mana, 5 mana. Maybe another Irebu's intervention with a -4/-4. No, it's a Forsaken. Okay. Okay. So this is the key that they took a bit to found. So we destroyed the Forsaken monument. Sure. So that's when Kogla really shines. Some people don't like playing Kogla, but overall Kogla, I think it's a great card. So I don't want to draw too much. Don't need to commit to the board. Okay. At this point, they need Ugin to survive or an extinction event. See, this is where Kogla shines, because the Forsaken Monument can start generating a lot of value for them. Having a card like Kogla really is pretty good. Another act that you have, it's not like really an act, but the 1/1 from the Lovestruck Beast is a human, so you can use the Kogla's activated ability and give Kogla indestructible. You also lose the 1/1, but I think it's a good trade, right? Okay, so against this deck, you need to be very fast having wilts, and I think this is it. Questing beasts and wilts are important. You need to go fast. Maybe you don't need the Turban Serpent. You really need to get to your edge. So maybe you can take some tangles, and we can even take one trail, because usually they just destroy your trail with Ugin. You don't really have time to take advantage of it. Let's try like this. Okay. I think we can keep. Once again, important to have the Eng. They probably have answers for Eng now. Black doesn't have much, but they can have Liberation, which is a 3-mana sack. You can choose your opponent to sack a creature or sack an artifact, or... No, I think it's an enchantment. Okay, let me see. Usually red, like the red deck has better answers. For artifacts. Because you have the Shredded Sails. Okay. So they reached 4 manas now. They need to kill my beast, exactly. Okay, I don't know if they have more Eliminate or not. Okay, they don't. Or if they do, they are going to use it on their turn. They can have also the... Okay. Okay, unfortunately, Act. Okay. I really want to save my Questing Beast. But I think I need to use it right now. If they play their Ugin before I play my Eng, things are not going well for me. Okay, Extinction Event, unfortunately. So this game is not going that well for me. I do have Vivian next, which is pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Eventually I can, when I have 1 more mana, I can Kogla maybe if I get a Castle Kogla and Eng. But I think Vivian really can stick better than Kogla right now, because Kogla and Artless Hack kills that, and Vivian, even if they kill the token, it's still there. And they are scrying a lot, so it means that they're looking for answers. They don't have many cards in hand. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Okay. So they are going to say Eng for sure. Unfortunately for us. They're thinking a lot, but I think it has to be Eng. Eng is the card that beats them every time. Really? Okay. I think they are going to regret that choice. Maybe they have an artifact removal that can be it as well. I really don't like players that use Necromantia. I don't really understand the card. I mean, I do, but like it's not like it's a combo deck. Okay, in this case I got very rewarded because now I can even mine us, right? Okay. Can Kogla? I'll get a Questing Beast. And now I have this. And I'm not going to use Trail just because I believe they are going to Ugin next turn. And I want to keep it. If they play the Forsaken, I just... Okay, so they went for an extinction event. Okay, that kills everything. They still have 3 mana available. Okay, and they are going to draw. Questing Beast is just a very good card against them. And they don't know, but we have another one. So even if they Ugin now, it's lethal next turn. Oh, it's not because they are going to use the Maze Mind Tomb. So they decided not to draw a card, which leads me to think that they have Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So probably they are looking for the 8 mana. And we won. See, even against like more control decks with Ugin, which are one of our worst matchups, we can still definitely win. Okay. This is not our best hand, but I think we can keep it. It's reasonable. They go first. That gives us time to draw. This can be a spell. We have an early drop. So if we got an inch, we should be fine. Or trail. Oh, actually we start. I thought they'd start. I don't know why. Okay. Oh no, that's not good. I don't like when I see blue in this deck. It can be the mono blue deck. She's not great for us. The mono blue devotion. It's not very good. Okay. They're definitely taking their time. They played a tapped castle, so their mana base probably is not the best. Okay, so that can be rogues, that can be a lot of things. Usually I would play Lovestruck Beast, but I'm choosing not to because they can easily get rid of the 1/1. So let's try this. Okay, Essence Catcher. So maybe a Dimir control can be as per Doom foretold. Okay, I don't believe it is now. So I'm going to play Questing Beast. In hopes that they don't have another they have another one. Okay. Let's attack, I guess. Our opponent is full of the beasts. Crawling Barrens. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. I don't know if they have more counters. They don't have mana to play this and to... They can do it, but they cannot block with it. Because it has to tap, I think. Because you have to tap itself to pay the cost. Okay, so they have to take it. The downside is, of course, that land can grow fast. Let me try to play Ange. I really think it's getting countered, but I cannot attack because they have the... Okay, so at least since they had to do this, I can now attack. We need to put a lot of pressure here. Okay, they can block the 1/1, but they cannot block the beast. Okay, I need all my mana available. So this is definitely like a Dimir control. Okay, let's try to Vivian here. Hopefully they don't have a counter again. Okay. This resolving was actually very huge. I'm going to attack with the beast. If they have to lose the land, they slow down, so it's fine by me. They're already at 8. And they cannot extinction event and attack with this, so... If they have Bloodthirst, they have to spend 4 mana. Okay, they decided to take the damage. I'm surprised. Ooh, that's a card. Especially because we have Ange. Oh no, let's really hope they don't have Extinction Event. Okay. Clearly I have to block, I'm not giving them my... Okay. That's a great one to get rid of my big threats on the grave. Okay, they're Assassin's Cutter. Makes sense. They are running out of cards, so that's the good news. Okay, let me create a blocker here. Don't know if they let me do this. Okay. So they're probably going to castle here. Unfortunately, nothing I can really do. Okay. Oh, they decided to... Okay, they can do both. Oh. Okay. They are making a bigger crawling barons instead of castling. Which is debatable. Because I can go wide there at 4. Okay, that's a good card, I guess. But I can... Oh, I can't. I thought I still had the goose. Okay. Not the goose, the scavenging, but they countered it. Okay. So they can draw 2 cards. Because they can escape it from the grave. We are very dependent on getting something on top of our library. They know that I have to trump block here. Okay, let me think. So they can make it... Actually, they can't. They only have... I'm going to double block. They only have 3 mana available. Let's make a foot. Okay, we have a tangle. Okay, so we don't have anything, but we know that our next top deck is a trail. They didn't use the Cling to Dust, which I think it's very odd. They probably wanted to draw, no? Okay. Even against control, like this deck is good against aggro, but even against control it has like game because you have a lot of card draw. So they need to draw. Okay. So basically this is lethal on the board. I don't know if they have some trick, but we have lethal if they don't. Okay. We can do something here. We can minus, make sure that we have lethal. Oh, actually, that was... Even if they counter this, it doesn't matter. Let's go with Wicked Wolf. Okay, they were like, it's enough. It's enough beating for one day. So this is a control deck. I don't think wilt is necessary enough. Maze Mind Tube is not necessary enough for me to wilt. They do have the Shark Typhoons. I think. Yeah, they do have the Shark Typhoons. Which might be wilt needed. I can always cycle it. I like questing beasts. I mean, Ugin is expensive, but do I want to control or do I want to be fast? That's the question. I think I like the Oozes against the Zagret. The Ramtrus are good because your instant speed and the Ugin is fine. I don't really like the Love Stroke Beast. We can take 2 because we're putting the questing beasts. We can take 2 Tangles. We can take... Maybe we don't need that many Oozes. We can take 1. Can take the Tambourines. The Turntabines. We have 1 card left to take off. I'll take... I don't want to take more lands. Trail is pretty good. I don't want to take Trail. I'll take 1 wolf. They don't have that many creatures. It's only Zagret that I saw. Okay. We do have the Scavenging Ooze. We have like Kogla probably on 5th turn. We do have the Tangle, which is pretty good. I don't mind Ugin because I have so much ramp right now. Doesn't destroy the Maze Mind. I don't know if it was correct for me to Ugin, to be honest. They keep the Maze Mind tombs. They don't have a lot of permanents. Maybe it was incorrect of me. Okay, they're choosing to eliminate my Tangle. That's a good one. So I'm going to Ooze and I'll get my Tangle. Maybe I should have done it in my turn in case they have Artless Act, right? Okay, so they don't. Or they do, but they didn't want to use it. Lose my KB now. They have something. I wonder what it is. Okay, that makes sense. They didn't want to use it. That's totally fine. They topped. I really want a land now so I can Kogla. Okay, so they're really looking for answers here. They missed a land drop. But, unfortunately, we are in no better luck. Because we are also missing a land drop. Okay, I'm going to play another Scooz. But I'm going to pass in hopes to get a land. Here they can have Eliminate, Artless Act. Okay. Maybe they have a Shark Typhoon that they want to cycle. Okay, so that's an Artless Act. Nothing I can do, I'll just let it happen. I can always pump my Goose. They decided to scry. 0 top. That's good news. They're really looking for a land, I think. Okay, they found a land. Okay, they probably have counters now. Okay, we found a land. So I think I'm going to Kogla. Okay. I really thought it was a counter. I'll take it. They probably have ways to answer, but if they are spending their mana, we are putting enough pressure to then get Vivian out and stuff like that. Let's see what they discard. Okay, that makes total sense. Okay. That's an act. Probably. Okay, Bloodstreak. Okay, they keep 2 mana open. So that can be for negate. Okay, so they don't have negate. That's great. Let's put a reach. And they just spent 1 Bloodstreak. They have another one in Graves, so I don't know if they have many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are adding to 7 mana, so we sooner or later can cast these. So they can make a Shark Typhoon for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if they do it. I'll attack. Because if they do it, if they do the Shark Typhoon, okay, they didn't. I would just Kogla, right? Okay, and I'll try to Kogla. Next turn I can Ugin. Three mana. Can be another Rain Revelation. Oh, it's a Cling to Dust, sure. They want to draw a card. Okay, they are clinging to that's desperate. They really need an Essence Catcher here. Okay, they didn't find an Essence Catcher. They can also have Extinction Event, which is also a good card for them right now. But with them having having like a lot of the removal already spent. Okay, Ashiok is definitely a great card. Let's see if they let my Ugin resolve. Let's hope so. So I'll go... Okay. I'll kill Ashiok then. I always do reach, especially now that they showed Brazen Boar, they have Shark Typhoon, so... Now I have the Ram through. Definitely not an easy spot for them. Okay, they have their own, so that's something. That's scary. That makes total sense. But we can kill their Ugin, so... That's something as well. And now I'm going to... Okay, they were like, no. Okay, we end up in 213. It's a happy number for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed that. I'm glad that I won both games. It was not planned. I could lose for sure, but I'm glad we didn't. So I'm very happy for you to stick out with me. And if you like this video, the deck list is in the description box. I stream on Twitch every day. That is also like on the description box. And you can try this deck in Arena. It's pretty fun and really competitive right now. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.